Hello, passionate Rangers fans. Today, we are diving deep into all the latest happenings at Ibrox, and it's been quite the roller coaster over the past few weeks. The conversations among supporters have been relentless, with debates swirling about player selections, youth development, and the strategic decisions shaping this season. One story that has captured the attention of everyone following the club closely is the situation surrounding Finley Curtis, one of the most promising youngsters to emerge from the Rangers Academy in recent years. Curtis started this season in remarkable form, showcasing a level of composure and skill that suggested he might be on the verge of breaking through into one of the most exciting campaigns of his young career. He contributed crucial goals early on, proving he could influence games and shine on the biggest stage. Yet, surprisingly, his minutes on the pitch have dwindled. It's a scenario that has left fans puzzled and sparked questions about how the club is managing its homegrown talents, especially at a time when nurturing academy graduates seems more critical than ever. The debate intensified when former Rangers stars and commentators voiced their opinions on the matter. There's a growing sentiment among supporters that Curtis, despite his young age, deserves far more opportunities than he's currently receiving. While the arrival of Mikey Moore from Tottenham Hotspur was initially seen as a move to inject experience and Premier League quality into the squad, it has inadvertently limited the chances for Curtis to continue developing in competitive matches. Moore, while undoubtedly talented and expected to have a bright future, has only featured sparingly and hasn't demonstrated a level of impact that would clearly justify sidelining one of the club's own prospects. For many fans, it raises a fundamental question. Why bring in a temporary loan when you have a young player already capable of fulfilling the same role? Curtis has proven he can perform at a high level, and yet, his progression has been curtailed by decisions that, on the surface, seem to prioritize short-term considerations over long-term development. Curtis's early contributions this season were nothing short of impressive. He scored decisive goals, displaying not only technical ability but also intelligence in positioning and a maturity on the ball that is rare for a player of his age. Every touch, every run, and every chance he created suggested that Rangers had a genuine homegrown talent ready to stake his claim in the first team. Yet, since the mid-season period, his involvement has dramatically decreased, coinciding with Moore's appearances. This contrast has not gone unnoticed by supporters, pundits, or former players who have a keen eye on the club's approach to youth integration. It's become increasingly evident that the balance between promoting academy talent and utilizing loan players requires careful consideration, and the current situation has sparked a wider discussion about the club's strategy in nurturing its own future stars while also pursuing immediate results. Meanwhile, off the pitch, other players have also been making headlines, with their performances scrutinized under the relentless lens of the Rangers faithful. Yousef Chimitai, for instance, finally opened his account for the club after a challenging start, scoring his first goal in a much-needed victory. The striker's goal was met with both relief and controversy, as the celebration that followed drew mixed reactions from supporters. Some saw it as a passionate statement, a player expressing his determination to prove himself after weeks of pressure and criticism, while others viewed it as overly provocative, potentially disrespectful to the fans who have been patient and supportive throughout his difficult start. This delicate balance between expression and respect is something every Rangers player must navigate, and it highlights the intensity and scrutiny that comes with wearing the jersey at Ibrox. The context surrounding Chimitai's goal adds layers to the ongoing narrative at Rangers. The young forward had endured criticism since his arrival, with supporters questioning the sizable fee and his prior record, and the pressure on him to deliver has been immense. Scoring that first goal was undoubtedly a milestone for Chimitai, a moment that could mark the start of a turning point in his career if handled correctly. The reaction from the club's leadership and coaching staff has been cautious yet supportive, emphasizing the importance of building confidence while maintaining professionalism and respect on the pitch. It's a reminder that at Rangers, every action, every gesture, and every decision is magnified, and the way players respond to both praise and criticism can define their trajectory at the club. Returning to the matter of youth development, the situation with Curtis represents more than just a single selection issue. It reflects a broader challenge the club faces in balancing ambition with patience. Rangers have historically been a club that produces remarkable homegrown talents, and the academy system has started to show glimpses of that potential once more. Yet, when opportunities for promising players are limited in favor of short-term additions, questions naturally arise about the club's priorities and long-term planning. Fans are eager to see their young stars given a real chance to shine, and Curtis's case is emblematic of the tension between immediate results and the cultivation of a sustainable future. There is a shared belief that if Curtis is granted consistent game time, he could develop into a key player for Rangers, combining his raw talent with the confidence that comes from being trusted by the coaching staff. Adding to the intensity of this season, every match, every selection, and every substitution is under scrutiny, creating an environment where young players must not only prove their skill but also navigate the pressures of expectation. The arrival of new signings, loan players, and tactical adjustments can complicate that journey, particularly for those still in the early stages of their professional careers. For Curtis, the path forward hinges on seizing opportunities whenever they arise, demonstrating his worth through performance, and maintaining the composure that has already distinguished him from many of his peers. Fans are watching closely, knowing that the way the club manages its youth prospects now could have a lasting impact on the team's strength and identity in the years to come. At the same time, supporters continue to rally around players like Chimitai, recognizing the immense pressure on individuals adjusting to a new league and environment. The interplay between expectation and patience is a constant theme at Rangers, where historical success and passionate fandom create a unique intensity. Players who embrace that environment while showing respect for the club's traditions and supporters often thrive, while those who misstep, even unintentionally, face swift scrutiny. It's a reminder that at a club like Rangers, talent alone is rarely enough. Professionalism, attitude, and understanding of the club culture are equally critical to a player's success. The discussion around Curtis and Chimitai highlights the broader narrative of this season. Rangers are navigating a challenging campaign filled with opportunities and obstacles. Young talents are emerging, new signings are adapting, and the coaching staff faces the ongoing task of balancing immediate performance with long-term strategy. Fans remain vocal, passionate, and invested in every decision, knowing that the choices made today will shape the team's fortunes in the seasons ahead. In this context, every goal, every start, and every gesture carries weight far beyond the moment itself, reflecting the club's ambition, its identity, and the unwavering expectations of those who call themselves Rangers supporters. As we move further into the season, it becomes clear that Rangers are at a crossroads, and the decisions made now could define the trajectory of the squad for years to come. Finley Curtis remains a central figure in these discussions, representing the potential and promise of homegrown talent. The frustration among fans is understandable. Here is a player who has demonstrated composure, vision, and goal-scoring ability, yet finds himself on the fringes while temporary signings are given the nod. It's a situation that brings to light questions not only about team selection, but also about the philosophy guiding the club under its current management. Rangers have a proud history of integrating youth into the first team, producing players who go on to shine domestically and abroad. Maintaining that tradition while competing at the highest level in Scottish football requires careful balance, and right now, many supporters feel that balance is being tested. Curtis's case exemplifies the challenge of nurturing talent in a competitive environment. When he started the season, he looked ready to seize every chance presented to him, scoring key goals and demonstrating versatility across the front line. His early performances suggested he could become a regular starter, someone the team could rely on in pivotal matches. Yet as the campaign has progressed, Curtis's involvement has dwindled, leaving fans to wonder how the club plans to manage the development of its brightest young prospects. Meanwhile, lone players like Mikey Moore have taken minutes in positions Curtis could occupy, which has sparked debate among supporters about the logic of prioritizing temporary signings over players with a long-term future at Ibrox. While Moore's talent is undeniable, the minimal impact he has made in terms of assists or game-changing moments does little to justify the consistent limitation of Curtis's opportunities. The Rangers fanbase has always been vocal and passionate, and these discussions reflect a broader concern about sustaining success while cultivating the next generation of stars. Curtis's situation is emblematic of a season filled with difficult choices, where immediate results are weighed against long-term potential. Supporters want to see academy graduates given a real chance, particularly when they have already proven their ability to perform at a high level. Allowing Curtis more minutes on the pitch would not only benefit him individually, but could also strengthen the team by injecting energy, creativity, and a familiarity with the club's culture and expectations. These are attributes that cannot always be replicated by players coming from outside, no matter how talented they may be. Meanwhile, Chimitai's breakthrough goal has also added an interesting layer to the narrative. After weeks of struggling to find his rhythm, the young striker finally found the net, offering a glimpse of the talent that justified his signing. However, his goal celebration ignited conversation among fans and pundits alike. While some viewed it as a sign of determination and passion, others perceived it as provocative, highlighting the fine line players must walk at a club like Rangers. In such an intense environment, every action is magnified, and gestures on the pitch can carry meanings far beyond what the player intended. For Chimitai, the challenge now is to build on that moment, converting potential into consistent performances while navigating the scrutiny that comes with playing at one of Scotland's most storied clubs. The pressure on players is relentless, and the coaching staff faces the continual task of balancing tactical decisions, player development, and team morale. Danny Rowe, the manager, has expressed a desire to instill confidence and stability within the squad, emphasizing the importance of both personal growth and collective performance. For young players like Curtis and Chimitai, this approach could be crucial in shaping their development, helping them gain the self-belief needed to thrive under the intense expectations of Rangers supporters. At the same time, it highlights the delicate nature of squad management, where each decision about who plays, who sits, and how minutes are allocated can have far-reaching consequences for both individual players and the team as a whole. Another angle to consider is the impact of these selection choices on the culture within the squad. Giving homegrown talent a fair shot not only fosters loyalty and motivation, but also reinforces the pathway from the academy to the first team, showing young players that their performances are noticed and valued. Conversely, consistently favoring temporary additions can risk creating frustration and uncertainty, undermining confidence and potentially slowing the development of players who represent the club's future. Curtis, with his evident skill and early season contributions, embodies this challenge, and it is increasingly apparent that his involvement in the first team needs to be carefully managed if Rangers are to maximize the talent already at their disposal. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. There's a storm brewing north of the border, and it's painted in blue. Word on the street is that Scott McTOMINAY, the Scotland international and Manchester United midfielder, is edging closer to an astonishing move to Rangers. Nothing's been confirmed, of course, no official statement, no flashy announcement video, but the whispers are growing louder by the hour, and Ibrox is buzzing with speculation. McTominay, known for his tireless engine and thunderous presence in the middle of the park, has long been a fan favorite among Scotland supporters. His performances in the dark blue jersey, especially during that inspired Euro qualifying run, proved his ability to drive a team forward. So, when rumors began swirling that he might be on the verge of swapping Old Trafford for Govan, fans could hardly contain themselves. Sources close to the player suggest that McTominay has grown frustrated with his role at United, where minutes have become scarce under the current regime. Rangers, meanwhile, are said to have made an audacious approach, seeing in McTominay the ideal figure to anchor their midfield, a leader, a fighter, and a man who bleeds for the badge. One insider reportedly claimed, "He wants to play, he wants to lead, and Rangers could give him that stage." Imagine it, McTominay in royal blue, commanding the center alongside the likes of Jack and Cantwell, roaring the team on in front of a packed Ibrox. The thought alone has supporters dreaming of a revitalized Rangers side, one capable of wresting back dominance in the Scottish Premiership and making a proper mark in Europe. Of course, this could all be smoke without fire. Transfer gossip is a dangerous game, especially in Glasgow, where every whisper turns into a headline. But there's something about this one that feels different. The timing, the fit, the ambition, it all seems to align. If McTOMINAY truly fancies a return to Scotland, Rangers might just be his perfect stage. And if this deal comes off, it wouldn't just shake the blue half of Glasgow. It would send shockwaves through the whole of Scottish football. Could McTOMINAY really be the next to walk out of the Ibrox tunnel? For now, it's just a rumor. But it's a rumor that refuses to die down. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.